Apex, Mind Your Own Business Simulator. What I mean by that is that Apex is such a hard game to love nowadays with how many legends and how unbalanced some things are. Like, I think some of the characters are just blatantly stupid and kind of unfun to play. And then there's some that are rewarding to play, but no one ever plays them. Take Lifeline, for example. I mean, now she's kind of irrelevant with Newcastle, but she used to be, at least, she was kind of a top pick because she was the only healer. But nobody would ever pick her because, frankly, nobody wanted to play a healer with no abilities. There's a ton of super unbalanced legends. There's people like Fuse and whatnot, people like Gibby, which you kind of need nowadays, especially the shield. Like, going back to the title, Mind Your Own Business Simulator, Apex is basically a glorified third-party simulator, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. I don't think I've ever had an engagement finished, been able to loot, heal up, and not get jumped on before I'm done with that. By the time I'm done fighting someone, I'm already fighting another team that showed up because they heard gunshots, and that's just kind of how it is. And it's been like that for probably a good year now. I mean, it's nobody's fault, it's just it makes the game impossible to play sometimes. Especially with characters like Valkyrie and Octane, who are literally masters of movement, who run away as soon as you start shooting at them, but they will always come back to start shooting at you from a distance. And again, it's just a nightmare to play for a casual Chad like me. And also, can we address the stupidly broken matchmaking system? Like, I have played countless matches where I end up in games with people like these, where I get maybe a single kill per game, and I have won maybe 3 times in my entire career of Apex. Like, I am dog. And these kids are showing up with thousands of kills per, like, single legend. It's, yeah. Also, can we address how, annoying it is to have to learn? I've talked about this in another video before. How annoying it is to learn every legend. There's just so many, and it's good for more like content and stuff. It's just like, what does Mad Maggie even do? I never learned. I played the day of release. I've never found out what Mad Maggie does. I've heard she runs faster with a shotgun, but is that her? That can't be her only ability. Like, what does she even do? I have never seen anybody use her ability, or at least I didn't recognize it. There's people like Gibby who are pretty like simple, where if you haven't played, he just puts down a shield, and that's the nice thing about every legend is they have their own abilities, but that's also annoying, because some are simple. Lifeline heals you. Gibby puts down shield. Others do other things, but then there's just random characters with super random abilities. Like Valkyrie has a jetpack that also is a stun grenade that can do an airstrike. I don't remember. I haven't played in a while. But still, it's a nightmare upon nightmares to play these days. Especially, even with friends, it's hard to make it fun. Because the guns in this game are a nightmare as well. I've said nightmares at least 6 times this video, maybe you'll count. Anyways. But the guns in this game, each one has their own recoil patterns, which is a cool idea to keep things unique. But it's a pain in the ass when some go up and down, some go side to side. There's some that go in diagonal, there's some that are just stupid. And a lot of the guns, man, there's so many stupid guns. I hate most guns in Apex. I always end up using the same, like, 2 guns, and I mean, I think most people do. I know some got nerfed recently. I don't care enough to, like, look up which ones, though. Still, it's such a pain in the butt. I feel like Apex has fallen off, and I'm not the only one complaining about this. If you look at the, like, ranked community, I mean, I'm not good enough to play ranked, obviously. I'm sure I'd end up in the lowest rank for all of eternity, but, like, if you look at some of the things they're saying, I'm not the only one complaining here. What Apex needs is a better system for legends, better healers, simpler gun mechanics with more guns, because frankly there's only like 2 of each gun right now and it gets stale after a while. And they need better maps as well. The maps in this game, man, are so atrocious. you're either always pushing up a hill that you can't go up because it's just a big block, so you either have to run around it in zone and like final circle, or you have to run out in the massive open fields, and it's one or the other. It's never safe. Just assume that you can get beamed from every angle, which you do, which is why people like Gibby are so like important. On top of that, though, it's just, even with better maps, with more cover and simpler mechanics, I might just be used to games like Warzone and Fortnite and whatnot, but it's not simple anymore. It's complicated, and it's kind of hurting people like me who are just casual people who want to join in a random match and just have fun in Apex, but it's not really possible anymore.